welcome back to another episode of Word Count and Wingspans, where we discuss our writing journey and any other writing related topics. We also discuss books, and this week we are going to be discussing the first book in the Powerless series, Powerless by Lauren Roberts.
Powerless by Lauren Roberts. For anyone who hasn't read it, here is the spoiler-free summary. The book is about a young girl named Peyton Gray. She lives in Loot, which is a slum on the outskirts of the kingdom of Ilia. And she basically gets by stealing money from people that she comes across in Loot, stealing food, all the things. She lives with her friend Adina in a little makeshift hovel hut thing, just trying to get by as she's living in Loot, which is, a lot like any other poor neighborhood in the cities and stuff that we have in the real world. And one day she meets Kai Azer, who is the prince and one of the best MMCs ever, and she saves his life. So what results from that is she ends up in this event called the Purging Trials, which celebrates the plague that separated the elites from the ordinary. She is an ordinary. The elites have all of these different powers. There's healers and phasers and hypers, and all of them do different things. And so she saves Kai's life. It ends up getting her landed in these purging trials, which Kai also ends up being a part of because he is the future enforcer of Ilia, and the king wants him to be trained in these trials so that he can become even more powerful than he already is. There's several others within the kingdom who are in these trials. All of them are elites but Peyton, and the rest of the story follows her as she works her way through these trials and also fights her feelings for Kai as they start to develop a relationship as the trials go. So, as I mentioned in the summary, Kai is probably one of the best MMCs that I've encountered so far in the books that I've read. And I have never read a book where I tab my books, and I have not come across a book yet where I've tabbed for a specific character until I read this series. Because literally every word out of Kai's mouth or every thought in his head is absolute poetry.
Yes.
And it was to the point where I was like, I had to go back because I was like, yeah, I'm tabbing all of these things. My absolute favorite quote from him is when they're sparring. I think they're training for the first trial. And she says something about, I think I messed up your pretty face or something like that. And he says to her, oh, darling, I don't give a damn what I look like as long as you still think I'm pretty. That was the moment that I was like, okay, Kai, okay. I just tabbed all the things from there. Of course, there's the quote, the thing that he says about her eyes. I never knew what my favorite color was until the ocean blue eyes, the fiery eyes. I can't remember all of it word for word. I wish that I could. It's going to take me forever to find it in here to read it. But that was definitely one of my favorites when she says that he can touch her when he's sober. And he writes it on his hand, the reminder that she can touch him when he's so. Pretty much everything that happens during the first trial when they're together, they're like allied when they dance in the woods. And he helps her heal from being stabbed by
when he buries the girl for her.
Yeah, he kills the girl, but he buries her to like make her feel better. And I was a little bit questioning, like, everybody else is literally out here fighting for their lives, trying to get these like bands or whatever that they had to collect in order to win the trial. Meanwhile, here's Kai and Peyton just dancing, just talking, getting to know each other. What's your favorite
Living like they're the only two people in the world.
Yeah, and it was sweet, but like there was that part of my brain that was like, wait a minute, like you're in a life or death situation right now. And here you guys are just spending time together, just living your best lives, But I did think that was really sweet. And I love the sentiment behind it of they're like the only two people in the world and nothing exists but the two of them for that little while.
Yeah. They forget that they're fighting for their lives.
Mm-hmm. So I thought that was nice. And the characters, like they're just like their chemistry and their story. I almost like didn't even care about the plot. I was like, plot? What plot? Like, all I care about is these two. Like, can they please just talk to each other for the entire book? They could sit in a room and stare at each other for 400 some pages, and I would not be mad about it.
Yeah.
As long as, they're bantering and the tension and all the things that are there the whole time. I'm here for it.
I mean, just the whole triangle too. The Kit, Kai,
Oh.
Pate. Yeah. Just that whole dynamic there, like so hard to.
Yeah, I do love Kit too. I really
How
do.
can you
And
not?
I love Kit and Kai's relationship and their whole like
Mm-hmm.
brother thing that they have going on, how they like what is it? Is it the second trial or whatever where they're the party before that or whatever, they're in the garden and Kit finds Kai and they're like kind of goofing off or whatever for a little while there. I think they're both drinking. Their little shenanigans together are always fun
Yeah.
to read about.
I mean, even their banter, like they're just perfect siblings.
Yes.
Like you don't want to hate any of them, so it's like you want them all to be together and happy in some way.
Yeah. I was a little mad. I was a little mad at Peyton when she betrayed Kit like
Yes.
that to get the key to let the resistance members in. And when she kills the king and Kai finds her at the end and he's like, "What did you do to me?" That gutted me so much because the last time he said that to her, of course, was the "my pretty pay, what have you done to me?" or whatever, and but it was like a good thing and then it was
Yeah.
not a good thing. And I'm like, how are they going to be okay after this? The Kit is going to hate her and Kai is going to hate her. And then Kit
And Kai's
said,
gonna have to kill her. He's the enforcer.
yeah. And Kit told Kai that he had to kill her. And I was like, how is this going to end well? There's no way this is going to end well. Like, I was devastated and I could not read this book fast enough.
No, this whole series. Like I
Yeah.
devoured this whole series in what, a weekend? Like
Yeah. Basically, like, I think the whole thing was done within like a week. And I was like, Lauren, what did you put in these pages? This is like, I cannot stop reading this book. Like, it's been a long time since I've devoured a book like that.
well, honestly, for me, I think it was Fourth Wing was the last time I devoured a real series and a book like that.
We read Fourth Wing separately, I remember. But then Iron Flame we read together, and then Autumn
Yeah.
Storm we read together. And Iron Flame you read in like what, 24 hours, 48 hours, something. I don't know. You read it way faster than I did.
Yeah, because I said
Same
that
thing with
that whole
Onyx
series
Storm.
devours me. Like, as soon as I
Yeah,
get home, nothing else matters. I want to sit down and I want to read that. And
yeah.
I
I
don't
do love
have,
that series too, but
I don't have little kids or kids still living at home.
yeah,
On my weekends, I can just sit outside the whole entire time and read
I
or
know.
curl up on the
Why do I
couch and
have
read.
to adult? I just want to sit and read all day.
Yeah. I get my chores done on Friday after work, so that our house is
Yeah.
all clean because nobody else is here to mess it up, and I can sit and devour a book all weekend.
Mhm.
Stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning if I want to. Get back
Yeah.
up at
Oh my
7 the
gosh.
next
Yeah.
day.
I was up so late reading this some nights. I swear.
Well, the last one, Fearless, I stayed up till what, 4 o'clock in the morning?
Oh, yeah, you were up super late.
Because I had to know what happened. I didn't have, it was, next day was Sunday, so I'm like, no, I don't care. Still ended up
Mhm.
getting up at like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, there was one, and I don't remember which book it was. It might have been Reckless. I was up till like 2:30 in the morning finishing it and had to be up early the next morning to do something. And Ryan was giving me such a hard time about it because he's like, "Well, you wouldn't feel this way if you weren't up till 2:30 in the morning finishing a book." I'm like, "It was worth it. It was well worth it." But I remember like messaging you and Hillary because I blew way ahead at one point. We were reading it together and I was like, I'm sorry guys, I can't stop. I want to, but I can't. Every time I was like, okay, I'm gonna get to this chapter and then I'm gonna stop. And then I'd get to that chapter and I'm like, I can't do it. I can't bring myself to walk
No,
away
you
from this.
can't.
I can't stop. Like so
It's
it's
not.
definitely one of those series like you can't put it down.
No.
And I know it gets a lot of criticism because people say that it copies this series and this series. And I think what the Red Queen is one that they say that it's very similar to. I haven't read that
But
myself. It's definitely Hunger Games coded when she goes like there are a lot of things that remind me of the Hunger Games, like when
didn't
they're
even Lauren Roberts say it was a combination of the two?
Powerless is like if the Hunger Games and Red Queen had a baby, but the baby popped out looking like neither of the parents, and they're like, "What?"
yeah, which is whatever. We all draw inspiration from the books that we like and the different things that we read. But
And even shows.
yeah, yeah, and it's definitely Hunger Games coded for sure. But again, that was a great series, so I'm not upset about it at all.
No,
And
yeah. And I
but
still
it's
want to
still
read
bringing,
Red Queen and see how similar it is.
yeah.
And maybe that's why we like it, because we liked Hunger Games. And
Red Queen's been on my TBR for a while. I'm excited to read that too. But yeah, it brings its own like unique blend of stuff to it to make it different. And I've never quite read an MMC like Kai. So
yeah.
I think I saw an interview with her or something where she said she wrote the book boyfriend that she's always wanted or something like that. But she wrote the book boyfriend that everybody's always wanted, I
Yeah,
think.
really. You're literally what all of us have been thinking. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
really knew how to captivate him and put him on paper.
And to write a romantasy with no spice, like zero spice. They don't even kiss in this book.
No.
And to write that and still keep everybody invested in that relationship is saying something, because that's not easy to do. And especially like nowadays when everybody just wants those smut scenes,
Yes.
and that's what like is so popular right now, to be able to accomplish that and make us care so much about their relationship. And there are moments when, the tension was so palpable that I was like literally not breathing. Like
Yes.
I was holding my breath like, oh my God, something needs to happen here right now. Like it was just so like their almost kiss at the end when the guard like interrupts them. And that moment when you're just like, oh my God, just kiss her already. And then they get interrupted and you're like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Because it was just so
I
like,
said that tension. There's that tension.
yeah.
Like, you know it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, but come on. Just already, come on.
Yeah. And the banter is bantering for sure. Like the way they go
Oh
back and
my.
forth at each other, I love it.
Yeah, definitely top tier. Bravo, Lauren, on the banter there.
Yeah. Like whatever issues anybody
Yeah.
has with her writing, you can't, that's one thing that you can't say. Like the banter is top tier. Like some of the best that I've
Yeah.
read for sure.
I definitely need to work on my banter, but keep reading stuff like from hers. Man, like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's something you really can't like mimic from somebody without basically plagiarizing them.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
have to figure it out on your own and get your characters bouncing off of each other the way you want them to, like she did. And that's just, it is hard to do.
It is hard to do. And I'm not witty. So I feel like I
Yeah.
struggle. I struggle.
Yeah, because I honestly, I've always envied your husband because he can always come up with that stuff on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to start using him. I'm like, come on, help me out here. Give me some stuff.
Listen, though, he can't do it when you ask him to, because I asked him for a witty comeback for something that was said in the other novel that I'm working on right now, the New Orleans one. And he couldn't come up with anything. I was like, you kidding me right now? The one time that I thought like you were going to
On
give
the
me
spot.
something gold and you didn't. But I've definitely had to ask myself, like at certain times when I've been writing things, like, what would Ryan say in this situation?
Yeah, you just kind of have to channel your inner
Yeah.
sarcastic jerk.
Yeah. My very own morally gray book boyfriend, book
Yeah,
husband, I guess.
I don't have one of those, but I have enough male friends like that, like your
Yeah.
husband and
Hmm.
Woolsey and a few other people.
I'm sure.
All right. So we just talked about Powerless. Well, Powerful goes into Powerless. They're kind of combined. It's Adina's point of view while her best friend is off the trials. Adina stayed at the in Loot in their fort and met and Mikado, who you get introduced to even like the first chapter, but knows Miss Mac. Um, and this is basically her story with Mac up until she gets taken into the castle to make the dresses for Pei and the dances. But even then, it's her side too, is what's going on.
Hmm.
I told you, they all were heartbreaking, pretty much. But Powerful definitely destroyed me because of the Adina's relationship with Mac. Like that was just too sweet. Like it wasn't your usual. Like it wasn't the tension, real super tension filled that you get with Kai and Pei. It was just like, I don't know, sweet little romance sprinkled in on the side. I don't know, it was just so cute. And then it broke my heart. Man, like I wanted to get back to Kai too, but Mac really got me. I don't know.
Yeah. I
And then,
was just in a hurry to get back to the main story. Like, I don't know. It just didn't get me. And I remember seeing videos of other people reading this book when it first came out and like them and absolutely sobbing. So maybe I'm just heartless because I did not
no,
cry.
you definitely
I didn't
are.
shed
Growing up,
one
you were the one
single
that cried
tear.
over everything. And now
I
I'm
know.
crying over everything.
My heart's hardened. I don't know.
No, you just wanted Kai. I get it. You just wanted to get
But
back to Kit and Kai, and you didn't want this Mikado and Adina's point of view. And
well, the problem was that Powerless ended on that, not really a cliffhanger, but with so much
left
stuff
unsaid.
messed up. And I was like, I need to figure out how Kai and Pei are gonna navigate this, like, now that they're enemies. You know what I mean? Because, now that he's sworn to kill her, and I was so concerned about those characters and what was gonna happen that I could not give Powerful my full attention. Also, the fact that Mac called her Hun gave me
Oh
the
yeah,
ick
you hated that.
so bad, so bad.
I know that's your
And
ick.
I was like, yeah, I was like, I cannot. He reminded me of an old skeevy man as soon as he started calling her Hun, and I could not see him for what he was, because I've seen the character art and he is beautiful, but he was not in my head after the first time that he called him called her Hun. Also, I'm not a fan of the grumpy sunshine trope, and that was very much this.
It was just
And
so
so,
small. Like I don't think I could do a whole like thick novel like that.
yeah.
But the nice little novella, the little break, that was just it was nice. It was cute.
Yeah. I will say the last, like, once she got they took Adina into the third trial, and then Mac couldn't reach her anymore and was wondering what was happening. And then when you found out that he was there, that he had gotten in to watch the third trial, and so he had to witness her death. All of that definitely got to me. Like I said, I didn't cry. I don't know why I didn't cry, because I usually do cry.
Yeah,
But
I was a mess.
yeah, it definitely got me from that point on. Like, as soon as I knew he was going to be there, I was like, no, like, he can't be there because I know what's going to happen to her, and he can't be there to see that. And
Yeah.
now not only does Pei have to witness that, but now Mac has to witness that too. And just the absolute devastation that was going to come from that. Like, that for sure
Well,
got me.
like the video that I sent you today, not too long ago.
Yeah, why?
It's those types of scenes and stuff just I don't know, they get to me. The man in love with his woman and realizing that he couldn't do anything to save her. Well,
Mm-hmm.
in that other guy's case, I won't say anything because it's a spoiler to a show that some people could potentially have not watched yet.
Yeah. No, that's
All I'll say is that Elijah moment
yes.
at the
Yes.
end of the originals.
I haven't seen that in a very long time. And then for you to send that video and put that so fresh in my mind, I was very angry.
Well, I just rewatched it again not too long ago because you kept saying how you're using Klaus as inspiration for your character Draven. And I'm like, all right, now I gotta watch Klaus again because I need Klaus in my life. I can't get enough of him.
Best
And
morally
then
black MMC ever.
yeah, and then to get to the last season, so I want to watch, but I don't want to watch.
I won't rewatch it because that ending, I cried so hard. So I
I
watched
still do.
the final
Each time I watch,
episode. Yeah. Yeah. I watched a final episode of the originals, final episode of Supernatural, and the last episode of season 4 of Stranger Things, all in the same week.
I don't know why you did that to yourself.
I didn't know what I was doing until it happened. I was like, what? Why is this a thing right now? Why is this happening? Why did these all happen at the same time? I was so angry at myself for choosing to do that.
I still think Supernatural should not have ended on that. No, they should have ended on the episode before that one and just left it at that. I would have been perfectly fine.
Yeah.
That was a decent little cleanup. No, why did they have to go and I just
Yeah.
don't buy it.
Again, no spoilers, but Dean deserved better.
Yes, 100%. That was just so rushed and I don't know. After what, 15 years to just
Mhm.
end like that? Like, come on. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. After everything.
Can't tell me I don't like Supernatural.
Yeah.
Can't tell me I don't like Supernatural.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
that one.
not Powerless though.
Yeah. We kind of got off
Back
there for a minute, but
back to the book. And then that's
oh,
what
yeah.
you get a lot of if you come here and listen to us and watch us is we'll be going on tangents about TV shows that probably inspired our writing or remind us of the books that we've read because I'm sure other authors have done the same thing and have used Sam and Dean to inspire them and Klaus Michelson to inspire them. And
We get distracted easily over here.
hey, yes, oh yeah, welcome. We're both neurodivergent. Where if we see a butterfly, we're gonna chase it.
Metaphorically speaking.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, like, wow. See, chasing those butterflies. And see, and then
Yeah.
Andrea disappears and chases those butterflies. I just want to say thank you to everybody who has stuck around and listened to us talk with sometimes the bad visuals in the background. I know my co-host Andrea's, she doesn't have a green screen. She's trying to put a background up because she has to keep her door open. It's chaos. You don't need to know all of it. She's trying to figure it all out so we can be a little bit more aesthetically pleasing for you guys. Because I understand it. I'm neurodivergent too. I get it. But that's not what I want to ramble on about. Because again, I'll sidetrack because neurodivergent. We were discussing the next Friday, the Friday after, going into the Red Queen series, since these two books have been compared so close, like almost plagiarism type. We thought that maybe after discussing Powerless, we'll go and, because Wednesday we're recording the video for Red Queen. So I wanted to know what you guys thought. Should we post Red Queen for our next Wednesday episode, or should we keep with the Powerless series and then put Red Queen at the end and talk about it all together? Let me know what you guys think. I would love to definitely, I mean, we were talking about Red Queen, but I kind of think it would be nice to compare them back to back, especially with such backlash that they've been getting right now. Well, not even right now, for a while. And the problems that Victoria's dealing with because of Powerless. We can go into all of that anyway, but I just wanted to get everybody's opinion on that. And again, thank you so much for sticking around, for all the kind words and all of our comments so far. We're new to this. This is completely out of our comfort zone on top of everything else. So just bear with us. I promise it'll get better. The episodes we've already recorded since the Audrey Winter one and this one, I can tell you have definitely improved. And with all of your feedback, they'll keep improving even more. So thank you so much for all your kind words. Continue giving us feedback, constructive criticism. Like, don't just be like, hey, you're boring. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't change your perception of me. Like, that's not going to change. You're probably going to think I'm boring, even if I'm funny to everybody else. So that's not help. Give us constructive criticism, like what we've been getting. Like, I can't spell sometimes. I mess up affecting and affecting. You know what I mean? I'm sure you've seen the comment on the post that I messed it up. I'm human. And that's why I have an editor, because I make those simple mistakes all the time. Now, you're not going to catch me with the your and theirs. Those are drilled into my head. The affecting, no, that's just in one ear, not the other. I don't know how many times I've been explained that, and it's still, no, it's always going to be, I'm always going to use the wrong one in the wrong spot, because that's how my neurodivergent brain works. So again, thank you. Sorry, I'm rambling. Everybody, don't forget to subscribe so you can catch any of our future episodes. Please leave a comment. But again, thank you. See you next week.